going on, everybody? I'm John.
I'm Christiana.
And this is the payback video. If you didn't see on her channel, it may not be out yet. She's terrible at uploading videos on time. I'm always good at right on schedule, always, never miss a week.
I learned from the best.
Yeah. Anyways, she made me answer a bunch of Taylor Swift questions. And I know very little about Taylor Swift, and she ridiculed me and belittled me for not knowing the answer. She started crying while she was laughing at me. That's true, that's a thing that happened.
The crying bit is true. However, I don't feel like I was ridiculing you. And also, I happen to know that almost all of those questions I've told you the answer to before. So it's not my fault if you forgot.
And we'll see who listens better, because I've got a list here of Packers related questions.
Are these things that you've told me
All
before?
things that I've told you before.
Okay. I won't know any of them.
We'll see. All right. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting off with an easy one for you.
Brett Favre.
No.
Okay.
Who is the Packers' biggest rivalry?
I'd say either the Vikings or the Bears.
It's the Bears.
Okay.
No question on that.
Okay.
It's like the biggest rivalry in sports.
Okay.
That's what they say.
I mean, the Patriots and the Saints, I feel like, are bigger, but okay.
That doesn't even sound like a rivalry.
Okay.
All right, they're not even in the same conference.
Okay.
All right. Other than the current head coach, the last 3 head coaches had the same first name. What was that first name?
Frank. Vince. Chuck.
No.
John.
I'll give you their last names. Sherman, McCarthy, and Holmgren.
Kevin.
Kevin Holmgren? No, it's not Kevin Holmgren.
Harry.
It's not Harry Holmgren either.
Jake.
It's not Jake Holmgren.
What did it start with?
M.
Mike.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it.
Uh-huh.
First try.
First try. Should we repeat all of those tries? Alright. This one you should know. What year was the team founded?
1948. 58. Higher or lower?
We ate at a restaurant.
Called 1912.
No.
1906.
No.
1812. You gotta give me a higher or lower.
Much higher.
1976.
Much lower.
1920.
Lower.
18.
Higher.
1904.
Higher.
1914.
Higher.
1916.
Higher.
1918.
Higher.
1919.
There you go.
Okay.
We ate at the restaurant not long ago.
I don't know what restaurants are.
The restaurant's called 1919.
No, I got that. I remember that it was a number.
Alright. The Packers fight song
Go, Pack, go!
is called Roll Out the...
Snowmobiles.
You don't roll a snowmobile. Well, you do, but you're not supposed to.
Roll out the... Roll Tide.
No. That's like other side of the country, different league.
Yeah, it's a college.
Roll out the... We'll have a fun.
Wheelbarrow.
Close.
Roll out the... Zamboni.
Roll out the wrong sport.
It's Green Bay. There's always snow.
We don't have a hockey team, though.
Right, so the Zamboni's gotta go somewhere.
Not here. Barrel. Roll out the barrel.
Oh, okay, we'll roll out the barrel. We'll have a barrel of fun.
When I said you were close with wheelbarrow, you go to Zamboni?
Yes.
Remind me not to send you to the store to give me a wheel... Actually, yeah, go get me a wheelbarrow.
I'm not gonna do that.
I want a Zamboni.
What would you do with a Zamboni?
I don't know.
You don't have any ice.
I could put it outside as a lawn ornament.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, that would be cool. All right. Technically, he's not a Packer anymore. But who is Aaron Rodgers' favorite musician?
Kid Rock.
They do have the same haircut, but no.
Yeah. I don't know. Shailene Woodley.
I don't even know who that is.
It's his ex-girlfriend. She wasn't a musician, she was an actress. Rascal Flatts.
It's a person, not a band.
Willie Nelson. Kid Rock.
You're gonna be mad when I tell you the answer.
Look, if it's Taylor Swift, she doesn't agree with him, and she doesn't want him at her concert.
Well, it is Taylor Swift. He's a huge Swiftie.
Yeah, and she has spoken out against him and doesn't
Yeah,
like
he
him.
sucks. We all
Yeah.
agree with that, but
Yeah.
that doesn't mean he can't really like Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Alright. Who is the current quarterback of the Packers?
Number 10.
What's his name?
Jake.
No.
Jeff.
No.
John.
You realize he has a first and a last name, right?
Yeah, but I feel like if I get the first name, I'll get the last name.
Okay.
Frank.
Well, you were close with the J's.
Josiah.
No.
Jeremy. Jeremiah. Jackson. Jericho.
It's Jordan. Okay, what's the last name?
Keel.
Jordan Keel?
Yeah.
You said if you had the first name, you would know the last name.
Jordan Mensch.
No.
What does it say?
L.
Jordan Lombardi.
No.
Jordan Lambo.
No.
Jordan.
The current quarterback.
Larissy.
No.
Larison.
No. Let me just reach over here and see if I can find something. There you go. Let's see. Alright. So there's a Packers Hall of Fame statue. It's a statue of a person, stood at the Hall of Fame. When the Hall of Fame closed and they tore the building down, they moved it to Titletown Brewing. You've seen this statue, I've told you the story multiple times.
Yeah, and then they painted it.
Yes, it was a white guy and they painted it black. Who is the player represented on the statue?
Before they painted it?
Before it wasn't a player, it was just a generic guy. But now it's a person, now it's an actual former player.
Aaron Rodgers.
The black Aaron Rodgers? No.
The lizard guy.
No. See, I've told her this story multiple times. She was, you already told me that.
Yeah, but I don't care about names. Jake.
No.
Jeremy.
Let's see. His first name is the same as a Disney character, and his last name is an action.
Flynn.
Flynn?
Flynn Rider
I've never heard of Flynn Rider.
from Tangled.
No, I don't think I've seen it.
Okay, Eric. It's a Disney character.
Old Disney, classic Disney.
I mean, Eric is classic Disney. Charming.
No.
Happy, sleepy, angry, sneezy, Doc.
Okay, his first name is Donald.
Duck.
That's the Disney character.
Donald Driver.
Hey, you got it.
Yes, I knew it.
Uh-huh. Alright. What is Lombardi time?
Noon.
I mean, it could be, but no.
Whenever the Packers are gonna play.
No. Vince Lombardi had a time. A way of keeping time.
What?
The way that Vince Lombardi kept time. And made his players keep time.
Counting backwards.
There is a clock on Lambeau Field that represents Lombardi time.
Okay. Countdown clock. Time of play.
No. It's on the outside of the stadium.
don't know. I don't understand this question. I don't think this is one that you've told me.
I have. If you're not 15 minutes early, you're late.
Oh, that's military time.
That's Vince Lombardi time. The clock on the outside of Lambeau Field is a clock tower that's 15 minutes fast.
Okay. But I feel like he got that from the military.
How many championships do the Packers have?
6. 5. 4.
No.
8. You gotta tell me higher or lower with these numbers.
Higher, on all accounts.
12.
Higher.
36.
Much lower.
24.
Lower.
15.
Lower.
13.
There you go.
Knew it.
13 world championships. Most in the whole league. This one we've talked about today and yesterday. What is Brett Favre's middle name?
Lorenzo.
Hey, she actually listens when I talk sometimes. What's his parents' names?
Brett and Ashley.
No,
Blake and Ashley.
neither of those.
What do they start with?
B and I.
I got the B.
Except the mom is B.
Oh, Bethany. Brittany.
No.
Bellatrix.
No. I will accept her actual name or her nickname, which is kind of a shortened version of the name.
Baby. Barbara. Betsy.
No.
Bethany.
No. One more guess.
Oh no!
Otherwise, this video is going to go on forever.
Beelzebub.
That's your one more guess?
I can't think of Bunny.
Bonita, or Bonnie for short. You were close with Bunny.
Okay, and Iago. Well, you said it was an I.
Yeah.
Yeah, Iago.
I don't think that's a name. Is that a name?
Yeah. It is a common Shakespeare character name, but it was also in Aladdin.
Well, that's not it.
Ian.
Nope.
Isaac.
Mm.
Irvin.
Yeah. I didn't even need to give many hints for that one. Alright, well, where is he from? I will also accept where he went to college.
University of Madison.
Not even close. Lower.
Georgia.
No.
Alabama.
No. But you're getting closer.
Louisiana. Mississippi.
Kind of. You're in the right state.
I don't know anything about Mississippi. Grand Gulf. Yeah, I couldn't name.
He went to southern Mississippi,
Okay.
and he's from Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Yeah, both of those sound like places.
Places where I'll get arrested if I go. Alright, how many, what teams did Brett Favre play for?
Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
The Jets.
Mm-hmm.
The Packers.
Mm-hmm.
How many were there?
There's one more. It was his rookie team, the team that drafted him in 1991. The team that ultimately traded him to the Packers.
The Saints. Does Mississippi have a professional football team?
No, they don't. The Saints would be the closest in proximity.
The Jaguars.
Jaguars did not exist.
The Dolphins. The Seahawks.
Polar opposite side of the country.
From the Jaguars? I know.
And from the area that he played.
The Falcons.
Yeah. I figured you would have known that one. Alright. So, we talked about the 1919 bar and grill we went to.
Mm-hmm.
What was that restaurant called before they rebranded?
The Pavilion.
It was something pub.
Gastro Pub. Packers Pub.
It was named after Mr. Lambeau. And Lambeau is not in the name of the pub.
Vince.
No.
Larry. I can't remember what Lambeau's first name was. Because Vince was Lombardi.
Mm-hmm.
Harry.
But you're actually really close there, kinda.
Start with an H?
No.
Barry.
No.
Larry.
It doesn't rhyme with it.
Terry.
It doesn't rhyme with it.
What's the next one I had?
It's not Gary either.
Okay, so how is Harry close? Potter.
No.
No, you're crying. Green and gold.
That's not a person's name.
Okay.
One more guess.
Okay, it doesn't start with an H and it doesn't rhyme with Harry, but Harry is close.
Mm-hmm. Kinda.
I don't see how Harry can be close if it's not one of those two things. Herbo.
It was Curly's Pub, named after Curly Lambeau.
Okay.
Curly is close to Harry. They both talk about hair. That's why I said it's kind of close.
I feel like that hit threw me off more than it's gonna help.
Alright. We also discussed this at least once at that restaurant, but I think multiple times after. Name a Packer player, now former, he played last year, named after a salad.
Caesar.
No. I'll even accept it if you name the salad.
Cobb.
There you go. Do you know his first name? Harry Cobb sounds like something much worse. Now you're crying. That would be Randall Cobb. Alright, what is Lambeau Field's nickname?
Frozen Tundra.
Mm-hmm.
I know things.
Well, that thing.
I got a couple of them. I got Lorenzo.
That is true, but we did just talk about that like 15 minutes ago. How many consecutive starts does Brett Favre have?
Most in the world.
Yes, but how many?
76.
Way more.
376.
Less.
276.
So there are two numbers that are typically accepted. His number of consecutive regular season starts and then total starts including playoffs.
Okay.
I will accept either of them, and they are both higher than the number you just said.
350.
Lower.
325.
Lower.
300.
Now you're in the middle between the two.
Okay. 284.
Higher.
285.
Higher.
286.
Higher.
Oh my god. 290.
Higher.
295.
Higher.
298.
Lower.
296.
Higher.
297.
You're just dancing all around it.
I am, because that's how you get the numbers.
297 regular starts, 321 with the playoffs.
That's close.
Let's see. Name at least one celebrity who's a outspoken Packers fan.
Donald Trump.
At least it's not as far as I know.
Well, I think he liked Aaron Rodgers.
I can see that.
Or Aaron Rodgers liked him. I don't know. The comedian. Kevin McHart. Kevin Hart.
I could see him being a Packers fan, but not as far as I know. One is a comedian. One is a musician who wrote a popular song about the Packers.
Kid Rock.
No.
Not Lizzo.
She's a Vikings fan.
And also has some lawsuit trouble going on right now.
Yeah. Whenever her song mentions the Vikings plays in Green Bay, they actually bleep the Vikings word out on the radio.
I know that you've played it for me.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's a playlist too that had a bunch of different Vikings pop songs. Or not Packers pop songs.
She doesn't even know what team we're talking about now.
I'm so sorry. Sorry.
Is this how you felt when I was doing the Taylor Swift questions?
Yeah, except I feel like you were doing it on purpose. Was it a rapper?
Mm-hmm.
Was it Eminem?
He's from Detroit. He's a Lions fan.
Was this guy from Green Bay?
Not as far as I know.
So it doesn't matter where Eminem is from.
Oh, that's true.
Um,
But I do know that Eminem's a Lions fan.
that makes sense.
So there are actually two comedians. One of them is from Wisconsin.
Oh,
I want to say from the Madison area.
it's the guy that's got the master's degree and then switched over to comedy.
I think that's true of him. I don't know enough about
Rowan Atkinson. It's the guy who I think is similar to Rowan Atkinson.
I don't know who Rowan Atkinson is. Oh, is that Mr. Bean?
Mm-hmm.
No, not even close. That doesn't help you at all, does it? I mean, there is one very famous line of his, but I feel like that would give it away right away.
What, like movie or anything? Or does it just do stand up?
No, he does movies. He's probably most known for his movies. He's dead.
Oh, is it the Down by the River guy?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know his name.
Well, then you have to guess one of the other two. The other one's a comedian. The comedian and the rapper are both alive.
It's not Kevin Hart.
No. Very similar comedian. He's a comedy actor. I'm pretty sure he does stand up too, but most known for acting. We recently watched a movie with him in it.
What movie?
I can't tell you that.
But he's similar to Kevin Hart.
I think so.
You're not good at actors and things. Is it Kevin Hart?
It's not.
It might be Kevin Hart.
He is a lot taller and a lot whiter.
Oh, okay.
So definitely not Kevin Hart.
Louis C.K.
No.
What movies have we watched recently?
You'll just have to think about that.
I mean, we watched the Barbie movie, and that has Ryan Gosling, but I don't think that he's similar to Kevin Hart, and I wouldn't call him a comedian.
No.
Was it in the Barbie movie?
Mm-hmm.
There's only... Oh, Will Ferrell?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'd say the only other guy in there was Alan. I forgot Will Ferrell had like a whole side plot that was nothing.
Chris Farley is the one you were thinking
Down by
of.
the River guy.
And then Lil Wayne.
Mm.
He's the one that sang Green and Yellow. Let's see. So speaking of Chris Farley, what is his Packers doll called?
What?
He has a Packers doll that he takes with him to the games. What is it called? He talked about it on one of the talk shows, Carson maybe, or Leno.
I wouldn't watch either of those.
I've sent you the clip of it before.
I probably didn't watch it.
Rude! I watch all of the reels you send me, usually a couple days late, but I watch them.
I mean, I may have watched it, but those are not typically people that I would pay attention to.
When he gets angry, he takes the doll and starts slamming it on the table and going, damn it, damn it, damn it.
I have no idea what you're talking about. This does not sound familiar to me at all.
Well, we're gonna watch the video together after this.
Okay.
It's the Damn It doll. Name one of the Super Bowls that the Packers won.
Well, it was not last year.
That is true.
Were they the ones that the Falcons lost to?
No. No, that was the Patriots. I know which one you're talking
Yeah.
about. 28-3.
Yeah. Georgia sports teams can never close. They get to the last stage and then they just choke.
They have a
The
superstar
Braves
quarterback and
sometimes.
just trade him away.
Braves have won several World Series, but most of I think there was one year where like all of the teams got to like the last round of their respective championships, or like within the last couple rounds. Anyway, so it wasn't that one. I don't know. I don't like when I watch the Super Bowl. I usually just watch the commercials and the Puppy Bowl. Well, really, I watch the commercials later after everything's aired.
Well, you've only been alive for 2 of the Packers Super Bowls. One, you were very young, so I doubt you watched the commercials or any part of it.
Probably not.
But the most notable one is the Packers won the first and second Super Bowl. And in case your dad's watching, we beat the Chiefs.
Sure, he appreciates that.
Alright, that's all of my questions. I'm going to do what you did on the Taylor Swift one.
Oh, show me pictures.
Show you pictures and see if you can guess who these people are.
I can probably get Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, and that would be it. Maybe the lizard guy, just because you had a picture with it. Lombardi.
Yeah, Vince Lombardi.
I was just gonna guess the things that things are named after.
Alright.
Is that the guy the statue is?
Alright, I'll give you a hint. You get one guess. It's somebody who we talked about in these questions.
The only person that we talked about is Brett Favre, his parents, Aaron Rodgers, the statue guy, and Jordan Love. And that's the number 18. Unless that's his old team.
No.
Yeah,
You're leaving at least one out that we talked about.
Yeah, this guy does. Kevin Hart.
Randall Cobb, the salad guy.
Oh!
Alright, so this guy, he does still live in Green Bay, but he has no affiliation anymore with the Packers organization.
Mike.
There are a lot of Mikes.
Mike McCarthy.
Yeah. Does it say it on here? How'd you guess that?
I remember that there were 3 Mikes, and the only last name that I paid attention to was McCarthy.
Not Holmgren, the street you drive on every time you come up here?
I forgot that was a coach. I did think about Holmgren earlier, but I didn't know who he was. I mean, I also drive on Oneida. I don't think that was a football player.
That's true.
Brett Favre.
Wow, I was trying to find one that you wouldn't recognize.
Yeah, with the black and white picture, I was gonna go like Lombardi or Lambeau or something, but it was very much Brett Favre. Christian Bale?
No. It's a Packer player.
It kind of looks like Christian Bale dressed up like a Packer player.
I think it kind of looks like Kenny Rogers.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
It's not Kenny
like
Rogers.
a skinny
but,
Kenny Rogers.
See, this Kenny Rogers knew when to fold him.
Lambeau.
No.
Curly.
That's the same guy that you just said.
Brett Favre's dad.
No.
Brett Favre.
Yes. Yes, this is Brett Favre again.
He looks so old.
Yeah, he's old now. He's like 50.
Oh, he looks like 70 in that picture.
Well, he's not that old.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who else should I look up that I feel like you would have a chance of recognizing?
Aaron Rodgers' ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
Okay, one specific ex-girlfriend.
No, you said Danica. Oh, I just gave it away.
Danica Patrick.
Yeah, that's the one. I can't type and talk at the same time. I will either type what I'm saying or say what I'm typing. Who else should we do? I know there's no chance of you guessing who this is. So tell me what he has to do with the Packers. Like, how is he related to the Packers?
He looks more like a soccer player.
I can see that. He's not. At least not as far as I know.
Is he? Is he the guy that recruited Aaron Rodgers to leave the Packers?
His name is Matt LaFleur. Does that help at all?
That sounds vaguely familiar. I don't know.
This is the Packers head coach.
Oh, okay.
Alright. I can't think of any more that wouldn't be impossible for you to guess.
I mean, most of those were pretty impossible.
I feel like most of those should have been pretty easy, especially since I did Brett Favre right after Brett Favre.
Yeah, who would suspect that you would do the same person 2 times in a
I
row?
thought you would get that right away. I thought you would struggle with the first one and instantly know the second one.
No, I haven't, I guess, seen a picture of him in like 20 years. Like, because that guy did not look like he was 50-something. He looked like he was well into his 70s. He's a great grandpa.
I think Brett Favre actually is a great grandpa, or maybe just a grandpa. He was the first
He's
player.
50 and a great grandpa.
No, I
There's
think he was
some
the first
issues.
active player to be a grandpa because
Okay.
his daughter, he had a daughter really young, and then she had a kid.
Yeah. It's not unusual for somebody who's 50 to be a grandparent. I think.
All right, how about this one?
Oh, that face looks very familiar. It's so like pixelated and like blurry. I don't know. That's not Brett Favre.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Brett Favre in high school.
Okay. I was gonna say, it looks so familiar, but the pixels were messing me.
Here's another one of Brett Favre in high school, but it's got his signature on, so I feel like that would have given it away very quickly. All right, I can't think of any other questions. So, who's your favorite team in the NFL? You better think very carefully what you're gonna say if you want to have a relationship after this moment.
The Braves.
That's not a team in the NFL.
That's too bad.
They were a Wisconsin team for a while,
I know.
but not Green Bay or Wisconsin.
They were Wisconsin.
Or NFL, I mean.
Yeah. I don't like to pick favorites.
You should pick a favorite.
I'm from not here originally,
Yeah.
so I don't want to pick just whatever state I move to because it just feels like a bandwagon fan.
Yeah, you should just pick the team that is the best.
It's hard to know since the Packers have a new quarterback. Like, I feel like he hasn't really been tested yet, so I don't know if the
Team that just
Packers are
has
the best.
The most heart.
Because his last name is Love.
Or that.
I mean, is there
The
a
most
player with the same heart?
historic and storied franchise in the history of the NFL who beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
I feel like haven't there been a couple that have beat the Chiefs?
Probably. I mean, the Chiefs aren't that good.
Didn't they win last year?
They weren't that good.
I don't know. I'll have to think about it.
Well, next time we go to Georgia, I'll make sure you're wearing a Packers jersey.
Oh, jeez.
See, she's already got the accent down.
Oh, don't you know?
Alright, that is it for this video. I am exhausted. Hope you enjoyed that. Also, I'm sorry. Bye. Go Pack Go. Go Pack Go!
Oh, yeah.